video. I just got done scanning through a bunch of stocks. I have a pretty lengthy list. I want to just get through to you guys and see what you guys think. These are all stocks that I think, hey, I'm not going to trade probably any of them, but they are on my watch list in case if an opportunity presents themselves or they set up nicely. This is the SPY right now. We're just looking at, we're kind of grinding that fair value line. What's QQQ doing real quick? Still on that channel trade thing, or channel, someone wanted, okay, first thing, we need to address this real quick. YouTube's policy has changed, and now ads will be placed on every single video, or not every video, but has the potential to be placed on every video, and YouTubers that are not, or channels that are not in the YouTube Partner Program, do not have the option to edit or modify this. So, if there is a ad played midway through any of my videos, just know that I have no control over that. The only way to get around this is by having the channel be YouTube monetized and be within the program. So, I'm sorry if that happens, but again, I have no control over the ads being placed on my videos. So, just so you guys are aware, one of the subscribers wanted me to give my analysis on the BTC futures. This is Bitcoin, where each candle is a month, so what I'm going to do is I kind of want to give just a technical analysis breakdown of it. Just know that I've never traded these, and I probably never will, just because I don't have access to on this account. Also, they're quite expensive. Yeah, 18,000 right now. Wow, it looks like it broke out of this. Yeah, it broke out of the monthly candle back from January 18th. Or January 2018. This is obviously another price level that got broken out. Yeah, wow. So it's up 30% this month. So far 35%. It's on an absolute tear. On a monthly time frame, you are at 2 standard deviations. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's look at weekly candles just to get a... Yeah, basically this thing has nothing stopping it from moving to 20,000, even 700, maybe probably 20,000 though would be more accurate. Let's go to 5. Not 5 year, but monthly candles. I mean, yeah, you have some minor stop points at, let's say, 18 to 100, 1950 probably. But yeah, that looks kind of like where it got hung up. But for the most part, nothing's really stopping it from getting to 2075. Yeah, to 20,750. I don't know why I was saying those numbers in that weird way. Have mercy. Yeah, basically, there's nothing really to analyze. It's very overextended on a 5-year time frame. Even if we go down to monthly candles, there's nothing really to look at, even on every single standard deviation. But again, the standard deviations don't necessarily really matter, but just something to keep in mind. I have no real fundamental understanding of Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. This analysis is purely technical. No fundamental or economic factors influence this analysis. But for the most part, on every single time frame, based where the price has been, it's just extended a lot. But given this big uptrend, actually the volume isn't that strong as it should be getting out of this or breaking out of this. But nothing looks like it's price-wise is going to stop it until about over 20,000. But it is extended. That's just basically my analysis on that. There isn't too much more to analyze. Take a look at AMD. We'll go back to our 6-month, 1-day candles. It's still on this channel. If it does fall back to this channel, or this price at about 75 bucks, maybe I'll pick it up. But right now, there's nothing that makes me want to buy it. Yep. CrowdStrike, I sold this earlier in the week. Since then, it's moved up about 10%. So that's a feel sad, but not gonna be greedy. We made some money. I think we made like 10%, but could have made 20, but coulda, shoulda, woulda. We can't get greedy. JDX. In the morning it actually was pretty high, but now it not only sold off, but it sold or is selling below where it opened. I guess the same thing with gold as well. We've fallen, or we're still grinding this one trend line. Yeah, I'm at 25% cash right now. I sold MTA today, and of course it's kind of pushing up, but I had a decent gain, so I sold it. I did start a very minor position on MAG. I mean, I just bought a couple shares just because I'm like, you know what, I want the position, but I don't know if right now is a good time, but it's definitely not a bad time. I do want to see these $14 prices before I start actually adding to the position. JP Morgan kind of looks like it's creating some pattern. We have 1, 2, 3 candles that, you know, kind of create a resistance, kind of a rising support. We do need to see more candles to confirm the pattern. Let's go to a 5-week time frame. Yes, we're back here. This if we extend this, I bet you extend. And it's basically it. Not perfect, but if it does run up, it kind of needs to break this though. And that's only about a 2% move. If it does get above that, no real resistance until like here. Actually, I guess here, but again, we're just watching this from a 6-month time frame. We are in the higher deviations, and in a 1-year time frame, we are still high in this deviation with descending pattern. So that is just something to keep in mind. It doesn't look to be a high probable trade, but if I'm feeling risky, maybe I'll get into it. I don't know. Netflix is at these pretty low 2 standard deviation zone. Also, all this price, this nice support area. From where it is now, it's a 3.5% move to the downside to hit that zone. Upside's about 14%. This does seem a little bit appetizing, just to buy as a short-term value play based on the technicals. We do have fading volume too. Huh. Interesting. Let's see a larger time frame. Even in a larger time frame, we are still quite oversold, oversold a little bit, but it could go more. The 1 standard deviation to the downside is aligning with this price support we identified. That's clear support. A move should happen soon, but does it go down? Does it go up? There's no real pattern that I see that's going to clarify any move in either direction, but given this channel, it looks to be like it wants to go up. I actually kind of want to take this trade just as a position play. Not very convicted on the play, so the position will not be large, but it does seem appetizing. This volume, the descent in the volume is what's making me like it, because a move has to happen. And even if it breaks to the downside, the risk reward is still there. It's about 12:30 today, November 20th. So I'm gonna watch this for the remainder of the day. We're watching Neo just because it's Neo, it's doing things, you know, it's moving. Nvidia, I predicted it's gonna go down, so we'll just see what happens. I'm not trading that. PayPal is interesting, kind of a similar thing to Netflix. We're at these lower 1 standard deviation zone. It doesn't look as appetizing as Netflix. The reason why I put this on here is just because the environment PayPal is in, or just with this economy, and it's just the future expectation of this company is probably going up. It does look to be, again, at a nice zone, but I'm not sure how I would play it. Yeah, I'll pass on that for now. Qualcomm, we're still watching. Oh, it does seem to be moving up a little bit. I don't want to trade this yet. I need to see some more conviction and some more, just something else, because right now this is still the most important piece of information to signal a down move, you know. So we'll just keep watching. discussed that they found evidence of Biden cheating. Now, I'm not here to debate politics, I'm just here to debate what might happen. They will most likely go to court. They have, or probably the highest courts in the US. I think things are gonna get very rioty, a lot of looting, a lot of violence in the very near future if this court proceeding does take place, and there will be angry people. This is obviously good for gun companies, and that's something definitely we have to keep an eye on. I did listen to the interview. They did find solid evidence. We're definitely in a very weird part of the United States. Like, it's just so corrupt. I don't know who to believe. But all I want to do right now is just believe in the Constitution, and certain people are there to defend it. I know definitely people aren't, but anyway. Gun companies, I think, are going to do decently well. They do have earnings soon, December 3rd, but I do like this pattern that it's kind of creating. We have this support area, falling resistance, you can see those wicks. It definitely has to break out of a lot of resistance points, but I kind of like it. Let's look at a higher time frame. You know, we are, I don't like where we are, but this is where we are. Okay, this looks a little bit better, just so we got some more price levels. Yeah, kinda, it's just the same price levels, honestly. It's just if I extended these. Oops, the wrong way. You know, it kinda just matches up anyway. This one will be good. Yeah, there's nothing really new to see. Why do we only have 3 earnings right here? Was it that cheap of a company? Wow, it is up a lot. See, if I wanted to do some sort of investment economic analysis on this, I think I would need to read their reports because this looks to be very volatile. We're talking from one standard deviation to the other, 150 to the upside and 58% down. Like, that's just crazy volatility. This might be good for a trade, however. Alright, Tesla. I did sell my Tesla shares. I think we talked about this. I'm predicting it goes to the downside. It doesn't look like it had, you know, a lot of momentum going in. Yeah, that's basically it. I think it's gonna go here, and if it does, I might buy in case it goes there, but it could always fall down, you know, but see what happens. Wayfair is another interesting company all the way down here in these lower standard deviation zones. We do have falling volume too on these moves. A lot of, not a lot of buying, but more buying than selling is kind of doing a quick gauge. Yeah, I think I need a daily, or I need this. I'm not sure. This would just be a price action buy, and then I don't like it though. I don't like the setup. It's just undervalued price action wise. It's not enough for me. Workhorse is breaking out. I was completely wrong on this. I thought it was gonna go back to retest down here with where all this support was, but I was wrong. Completely wrong. And now it's moving real high, real fast, so that's crazy. It is actually interesting. There's like all that movement up. It's not a lot of no one's selling. That's the thing. There's just people are bidding it up, but no one's selling. The heaviest, yeah. This candle is big. Big boy sellers came in at this price. Obviously here you can see big boy sellers also came in here. I guess people are just playing it. Yeah, if you look at all this other price action, like there was no sellers anyway. You can see like there's no heavy selling anywhere here anyway. No real sellers stepped in this entire time until it got to this price level, 30 bucks, and then yeah, like 25. So probably no sellers are gonna step in until about 26 bucks. Then we should see a decent sell-off. If it does break past that though, oof, that's going crazy, that's going high. But yeah, that actually makes perfect sense. No sellers came in at all here. Any price. No real sellers, you could tell it by the volume, until these 2 candles. Interesting. You know, US Steel is still on here. I don't know why it's on here. Let's take it off. The last stock we have is Zoom. It's actually zooming up today. Wow, 6-7% all up almost. Kind of grinding moved it along this 2 standard deviation line. It does have earnings soon. If it wasn't up 7% today, 6.5, I would consider, adding a small position just because of how oversold it kind of is. From here to there is about 43%. That is a crazy, not volatility, but just like big boy moves. 100% move in between the 2 standard deviation lines. That should be 50, about 50%, yeah. Just very volatile, not volatile, but just it has a big ADR, I guess, true range, whatever you want to call it. Good time to make money if it is in these lower deviations, but this is not an investment for me at all. It's just sketchy. But it's probably going higher regardless, but I don't really want to be a part of it. Anyway, yeah, the miners sold off a lot today, which was kind of upsetting. I thought they would catch a rally or catch a nice bid, but they did, and then they sold right back and just retest some levels. Yeah, sitting at 25% cash right now, about. Feeling pretty good. I think it's like 24, but I don't know exactly, but it's not 25 exact. Feeling